Sunday chill commentary. I'm on the Mac, and I can't get that Sunday chill commentary intro to work with the Mac. I'll figure it out later, but I kind of wanted to. I've been talking about this, how I want to make sure that my commentaries have some thought behind them, and I get inspired that it's not just me going, okay, I want to do a commentary. And this actually got me really interested about the media that we have, how we intake information, how we better ourselves with knowledge. So obviously, it's not going to be a good blade tale without some boobage. But I basically had to look up something about boobs, and I came across a really interesting article that I will link you. It's basically like something that kind of will blow your mind, and I'm going to read part of it. It's going to be talking about polygamy and being monogamous. Okay? Now, the majority of my viewers are males. Okay? And so I feel like I'm excluding the females on that. Don't worry, it'll come full circle. But for the males, I'm going to ask you a quick question that I want you to, answer to yourself, and then what I'm about to read might kind of blow your mind. Okay? What benefits you more? Imagine if society basically said you could live in polygamous relationships or monogamous relationships. I.e., with polygamy, it's like one dude and like 10 chicks, right? Your natural knee-jerk reaction, just write in the comment what you would like. What society sounds better? What is better for you? Okay? Now I'm going to read you something that's kind of blow your mind. Most women benefit from polygamy, while most men benefit from monogamy. What? I know you're probably going, how the hell does that make sense? I'm going to read this article. When there's a inadequacy among men, the case in every human society, most women benefit from polygamy. Women can share a wealthy man. Under monogamy, they're stuck marrying a poorer man. Let's think about that for a second. So, what is valued in men? Okay, what is valued in men as far as a relationship goes, as far as like raising a family and being wife and husband? What's valued in men? Typically, it's the breadwinner, the person that makes money, and also there's a physical attribute. Women are more naturally attracted to larger, stronger, taller men. And actually, I read this article and it said that earlier that there's actually correlation saying that the women, men that are taller and stronger tend to be more polygamous, if that makes sense. I know I just fucked up the word. Okay, the only exceptions are extremely desirable women. Under monogamy, they can monopolize the wealthiest man, i.e., I'm your man, no one else, us two, bam, right? Under polygamy, they must now share this man with other less desirable women. However, the situation is exactly opposite for men. Monogamy guarantees that every man can find a wife. True, less desirable men can only carry less desirable women, but that's much better than not marrying anybody at all. Okay, so the basis of it is this. Let's say you're playing pickup basketball, okay? And you have all these people, like your team captains, right? Now, imagine if you could pick one player, or because you were the biggest, strongest guy, you could pick all the players, or you could pick 5 players at a time, like in a draft fashion. Well, you might go, well, that's kind of fucked up, because now you took all the hot chicks. See what I'm saying? Like you took the less desirable women. And women, I know you guys get honest for that you are dumbfounded that we tend to go by you based off of your looks, but that's just human nature. Get over it. Men, like, we're visual creatures, okay? And so the idea that you would be offended, like, why don't you love me for me? It's like, well, I would love you for you, but you have to be physically pretty. You know what I mean? Like, if your teeth are all crazy and, you know what I mean? Obviously, mature men are going to look past stuff like that. But at the same time, like you have to be physically attracted to us. Like me, I've told this a lot of times. Like a lot of times people get mad at me about this, but like I like a woman with very large breasts. If she doesn't have very large breasts or a big ass or whatever, if she doesn't have that, then I am not sexually attracted. I'm sorry. If you really like Asian women, a white woman's not going to do it for you. See what I'm saying? So, let's get back on topic though. So, men in a monogamous society imagine they would be better off under polygamy. What they don't realize is that for the most men who are not extremely desirable, polygamy means no wife at all. Or if they're lucky, a wife who is much less desirable than they would can get under monogamy. So think about that. Like we always ask for these certain things. We always want these certain things. But we don't know what the hell we're asking for. Think about it. Like a lot of times we as people, we see the end goal, the end result, what we want. We don't care how we get there. See what I'm saying? It's like an event horizon situation. We just want to fold the piece of paper and just be there. But we don't actually think about how it's going to affect the whole outcome of things. We don't think about the journey. We just want to think about the destination. We don't care how we get there. And the fucked up part about it is that the journey is part of it. See what I'm saying? And actually, along that journey, if you go along that journey, you might find out that the destination is not what you want. Like I asked you earlier to my male viewers, I asked you guys earlier, would you rather have polygamy or monogamy, right? And I'm going to assume, unless you guys have already thought about this, I'm going to assume that you guys would definitely go with the polygamy, i.e. the idea of being able to have 10 women over one. You go, that would be amazing. I personally, that might be kind of crazy though, because they'd sync up their periods, and I hate women. I hate your periods. I'm sure you hate them too, but it just makes it crazy. And like we're always we're not gonna do battle, but we always kind of go, what the hell's going on with your vagina down there? Because no, but honestly, that's kind of where I wanted to go from. Like as far as like these knee-jerk reactions to, obviously this is what I want, and it's silly to even think about it. But when you actually do sit down and think about it and ponder it, the answer that is not in your head might actually be the appropriate answer. You kind of get what I'm saying? And also, I kind of wanted to go along with this. I don't think we have enough time, but I kind of wanted to go along with how I get my information. Most of the time, I'm getting my information from like YouTube videos or like the internet or watching television. You know, that's what fills my stimuli. And I've noticed that by doing some reading, by just doing like a Google search and just reading like an article. Like if you think about it, like tweeting is like the most garbage form of reading that you could possibly do, but I'm on Twitter all day long and just read stupid shit. So I think a healthy intake of interesting, good stuff for your soul kind of makes you think. Like I was sitting here, I'm like, man, I don't even know what to do a commentary about. Obviously, thank you, boobs. Thank you, boobs. You helped me out to get me there, like you always have. You've always been there. But yeah. So the journey is always better than the actual end results, and a lot of times we don't actually listen to that or give that enough leeway or say. So that's pretty much about it. I was inspired to do a commentary. It's Sunday. I'm chilling out, just kind of reflecting on things. A little bit of Black Ops, and peace and buck grease.